What up, YouTube? It's your boy Lab Talks, back at it again with another video. Me talking about random shit. Alright, man, let's get into it. Another topic I want to talk about today is another interesting one that's on my mind that I've been thinking about lately, bro. And it has a lot to do with cycles of family, right? And what I really want to talk about specifically is breaking a cycle within your family that you notice. Now, I'm sure we can all say that within our families, we can see a certain cycle or patterns of behavior that we notice within our families, right? Whether it's your mom, dad, brother, sister, other relatives, you notice that there are patterns in your family that constantly continue to go. And the reason I want to get into that is because I feel like a lot of us that don't come from, let's say, affluent households, or a lot of us that pretty much come from the hood, we notice a lot of things from our families, and specifically I would say our parents and even grandparents, that we see the patterns. And I know a lot of us now are like, man, I don't want to be like them, but I think we need to dig deeper and think about what kind of traits that they have and what they carry out, and really look at ourselves and be like, do I have those same patterns? And if I do, what can I do in order to cut that off to be a better version from what my parents or whatever my relatives are? Because one thing I've noticed with, for an example, myself, with my father and my grandfather, is that both of them were fucking cheaters. And the reason I want to bring that up is because I find that weird how I feel like with me, I'm not really a dude who really gives a fuck about trying to cheat or gives a fuck about trying to chase women. And I feel like that's important to know, because I feel like in my life, from what I've seen, that's greatly affected both of their lives, because they're not really at points where I say I would want to be at that age. And I noticed that, and it makes me think to myself, like, man, that's definitely something I do not want to carry out in my life. And I think it's important to notice that with our parents, because once you figure out what traits and what toxicness that they have, and you're actually able to notice it, you're gonna not want to repeat the same mistakes that they did. And I get that we all want to be better than our parents, but there's some of us who, no matter what we try to do, we'll still find ourselves often repeating the same traits that they did, despite the fact that we taught ourselves we wouldn't do that. And in order, I think, for us to break those cycles, we really need to have self-discipline, and we really need to know what makes those things tick within our own selves. Because at the end of the day, we still have their DNA, whether you're biological, adopted, any of that shit, bro. If you're around somebody long enough, eventually you're gonna eventually take on the traits of those people you're around long enough. So, with that being said, you have to notice certain things in order to cut them out. And I think in order to break the cycle, it just comes down to pretty much knowing who you are as a person, and really asking yourself, are these traits going to be traits that lead me down a better path, or are they going to lead me down a path in which I don't want to go? And don't get me wrong, all of us have good within us, but at the same time, in order for us to get better, we have to work within the bad. We have to work through the bullshit that we have within ourselves and the bad that we have within ourselves. Because again, nobody's fucking perfect, bro. Nobody's perfect at anything in what we do. So, pretty much I would just like to end this video, or not really end this video, but pretty much say that understand what makes you click. Understand what kind of traits your family has, and really start to study who in your family do you really want to be like, and who in your family do you not want to be like. And if, let's say, you have a family in which you don't want to really be like anybody in there, study every single one of the traits that they have and do the complete opposite. And if you have people in your family or have people in your life that you notice what the hell they're doing, and you see that, and you look at them and be like, damn, it's working, then copy the fuck out of it, bro. I think it's important for us, especially as young people, we really need to break the cycle in order to become higher achievers. Because especially and I'm specifically talking to the brothers, you know what I'm saying, the black melanated people, we need to get better than ourselves if we actually want to see an improvement within our own community. Because yeah, our parents may have worked, got a degree, 9 to 5, see you, they have good traits in them, but they were still brainwashed with a lot of things that they've heard back in the day. And let's be real, we're not going to carry out those same things now because we're in a new generation. And with every new generation, there's always constant evolution. And in order to achieve peak evolution, you have to constantly self-improve and constantly study things in order to really, really understand them. And with that being said, there's another video from your boy Lav Talks. Break the cycle. Be the first of your family to become a motherfucking successful ass nigga. Be the first of your family to achieve what the fuck they thought was impossible. Do what the hell you need to do. Get on your grind. Drink your water. Exercise, my nigga. Be safe. I'm out. Love y'all niggas. Lav Talks.